Prince Andrew fed up with having absolutely no life at Royal Lodge, expert believes. A royal commentator has suggested that Prince Andrew must be fed up as a series of scandals have left him leading a life that is absolutely no life whatsoever. Andrew, 64, lives at Royal Lodge in Windsor alongside his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, but is thought to be embroiled in a row with King Charles, who is said to want his younger brother to move into the more modest Frogmore Cottage. Despite calls for him to lose his Scottish title, the Earl of Inverness, Andrew has stayed put at the property, raising eyebrows over how he'll manage the upkeep of the 30-room mansion. Since his infamous Newsnight interview in 2019, where he discussed his association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, he has not been an active member of the royal family. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Adding to his woes, last December, court documents implicated the Duke as having close connections with a Chinese businessman barred from the UK on suspicions of espionage. Andrew declared that he has ceased all contact with the individual. Arthur Edwards, a veteran photographer who has shadowed the royals for nearly 50 years, says the controversy has led to a miserable existence for Andrew at Royal Lodge. He told the Sun's royal exclusive podcast, "We see pictures of him riding a horse around Windsor. He's got absolutely no life whatsoever. I think he must be so fed up day in, day out." Arthur revealed that Andrew leans heavily on the support of the Duchess of York and their daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. The Mail on Sunday's editor-at-large Charlotte Griffiths has previously described Andrew as a little bit reclusive. And, speaking in the documentary Prince Andrew, Where Did All the Money Go?, another royal commentator said, "He's rarely seen out and about at any kind of public event. He doesn't venture into London like he used to a few years ago. He reportedly enjoys horseback riding around Windsor and has picked up a quirky new pastime, flight tracking. It seems Andrew has become quite taken with a tracker app." The Daily Mail's Richard Kay wrote in his column, "This year, an additional diversion, I understand, has been a live flight tracker, which he has projected via his home computer onto a large screen which shows air traffic in real time." According to a visitor to Royal Lodge, the prince has become obsessed by the app beloved of planespotter nerds. The Duke, a long-standing aviation enthusiast, served in the Royal Navy as a helicopter pilot and warship captain during the 1982 Falklands War. His courage was saluted for flying decoy missions in the conflict, drawing Argentine missiles away from British ships. Prince Andrew's lonely life at Royal Lodge takes new twist amid shocking revelations. The Duke of York has been helped in his business ventures by his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, as well as Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice, as he clings onto his lavish Royal Lodge home. Prince Andrew's lonely life at the Royal Lodge may not be as depressing as it sounds, according to new explosive claims being made. The Duke of York has been presented as living a solitary life at the lavish mansion in the grounds of Windsor Castle, after being blacklisted from the royal family. He still has ex-wife Sarah Ferguson living with him and has visits from his beloved daughters Eugenie and Beatrice, but otherwise contact with the likes of King Charles has been cut off. The monarch has also removed public funding from him in a bid to chase him out of the Royal Lodge. However, the Duke of York's business interests and mysterious wealth means that he has decided to fund the security needed and also the thousands of pounds needed for upkeep of the historic home. He has refused to move out and into Frogmore Cottage and has seemingly defeated the king at the moment. Reports about his private life claim that he lives a very solitary existence, with his main hobbies including plane spotting and video games. But one royal expert has insisted that he is actually enjoying a more lavish lifestyle, including frequent trips abroad to discuss business deals. Andrew Loney, who is releasing a book called The Controversial Lives of the Duke and Duchess of York later on this year, wrote in the Times about his troubles finding out about Andrew's mysterious finances, with most of this linked to deals he struck while a trade envoy for the UK government. He wrote in the Times, "The King may be concerned by the optics of a non-working and discredited member of his family continuing to live in Royal Lodge. He is keen to move Andrew to the smaller Frogmore Cottage, but there is little he can do as long as his younger brother follows the terms of his lease." Andrew was granted this lease by the Crown Estates in 2003 after the death of the Queen Mother, who lived in the lodge. The public narrative about Andrew is he spends a lonely life trapped in Royal Lodge, going for horse rides in Windsor Great Park and playing video games and golf. But the reality is different. According to one source, he has continued his business activities with recent trips to the Middle East and Switzerland. The King can only hope there are no further scandals to emerge and the press and public soon lose interest in his brother. On present evidence, that is very unlikely. Andrew has been embroiled in a new scandal in recent months due to his friendly links to alleged Chinese spy Yang Tenghua. This caused him to be uninvited from the official royal family Christmas gathering at Sandringham, with him spending the period at Royal Lodge instead. His business dealings have been leaked to the press in recent months, including deals to connect some of his contacts he has gathered to other bigger organizations. In November 2022, he set up a new company, Innovate Global, which describes itself as providing a network of investor and business resources to accelerate the growth of emerging startups and tech hub cities internationally. Mr. Loney adds, "This is but the tip of the iceberg of the York family business activities, because the whole family works together. Not just Andrew and Sarah, Duchess of York, his ex-wife, but also their daughters Princess Beatrice, 36, and Princess Eugenie, 34. The father of two resisted King Charles's attempts to evict him from the Windsor property and has since found alternative funding, as confirmed by the keeper of the Privy Purse, Sir Michael Stevens. Prince Andrew's feud with King Charles set to intensify as key royals left, fuming. The feud began when King Charles tried to evict the disgraced Duke of York from Royal Lodge by cutting his £1 million a year allowance after he refused to downsize. The ongoing feud between Prince Andrew and King Charles is set to intensify, with the princesses said to be fuming over the treatment of their father. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.